Hey y'all, my name is Natalie Elise, and that is my brother.
JR.
And we are the R&B representatives, and we are back with a episode of Let's Talk with JR and Natalie Elise, where we just get together and talk about music things that's on our mind, or just whatever. Or you know what? If people have questions, we could address them on these segments. So if you got questions for us, just let us know. As long as they ain't too crazy a question, we will answer it. How about that? Hey,
Agreed.
I just thought of that. All right.
Mm.
But anywho. I'm going to have my brother JR tell y'all what we're going to be talking about today.
So today, y'all, we will be discussing the girl, Brandy, and we will go through her discography and talk about our favorite stuff and favorite songs from it and give us our little reviews on the album, just a little short little thing. And Monica and Brandy is actually going on tour. So this is another reason why we want to kind of start this conversation for real. And we got a special thing that's coming. You know what I'm saying? That's why we do Let's Talk to get y'all kind of prepared for some things. So we got a video that we're doing. So y'all gonna get ready for that. So we're just gonna really go into her. We lived during that time, so we are able to talk about it. So this is gonna be great. It's gonna be a conversation, a good conversation for real. So we're gonna start this off. So sis, when Brandy came out, she came out with her debut.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what was it about this girl that really kind of caught you on? Because I Want to Be Down just came out, so it was like, boom. It's like, what did you think about this little young little 15-year-old coming into this game here?
Want to be down and liking it. And we kind of already knew Brandy a little bit already on
Mm-hmm.
TV. So I remember being pretty excited. Me and Brandy, same age. So that was cool that we see this girl with her braids and she's brown like me and just doing her thing. But as more singles came out, I was really stuck on this
Mm.
album. And I talk about this on the show a lot. I got to see her in that very beginning stages
Yes, you
live
did.
because I went to it was a concert, it was co-headline Boyz II Men and Babyface. And Brandy had just had I Want to Be Down and Baby were out.
Okay. Okay.
That was the songs that people knew. And so she did her little set. Honestly, I really don't remember it much. It didn't move the dial for me either way because she was just an opening act and we didn't know the
Right.
music, any of the music really yet, except for the single. And so, but I just remember like, oh yeah, Brandy was there. I was my young ass. I mean, I was boys and men head, but I was there for a baby face.
Just like you are now.
I went I went to the Babyface, Charlie Wilson and them, all when my friend said down to the unction, um, and Elder Bars and KC. I was there for Babyface. Everybody did great. I had a great time. I love all of these people's music, all of them.
Hmm.
Um, but I was there for Kenneth.
As usual.
But yeah, I remember running this into the ground. I had the cassette tape, I think.
Hmm.
I think I had the pretty sure I had the cassette.
Yeah.
Um, and just excited. Like it's an album I still love to this day.
Hmm.
Um, it's a great album. But as we always say, that first album is there's no story. It's not cohesive. It's just a collection of really great um young girl songs.
I agree.
I,
I agree.
most of the songs were very age appropriate.
Hmm.
It felt, it wasn't like, when they brought Monica out and they were giving it, she had these songs that sound like
A 30-year
something
old woman. Yep.
a 30-year-old woman getting off from the post office,
Yep. Agreed.
kind of
Agreed.
songs. But also she had that kind of voice. She had that maturity in her voice to where you still
Yeah, she
listen
can
to it.
do
You was
it.
like, yeah, this is really great.
Right.
I
Right.
love Monica debut,
Yeah,
so
me
yeah.
too. Me too.
Hmm.
Me too. When it comes to Brandy, when I first obviously everybody, I knew her from Thea. That's where I remember her from. And then when she came out with I Want to Be Down, I was like, oh, it's cool. And she got braids. I'm like, she got braids like my mama. You know what I mean? This is the time everybody was having it. Brandy, Janet, shit, my mama, like all them had it. You know what I mean? So I just remember her being on the swing and I Want to Be Down video. And it was like, all right, you know what I mean? That's cool. Then she came out with the baby video, and that's when I actually grew a crush on Brandy, to be honest. She was actually my
Oh,
first crush. And I just remember her looking good in that video. I remember her red lipstick was like red lipstick, like it was popping. You know what I'm saying? And then she dancing in the video, and she in there with Fatima. And you know, Fatima done work with everybody. You know, after that, she was with Bobby at the time and Michael, and so she's working. And then she actually knew Janet and all this, so it all coincided for me. But then I actually stole this album from my cousins. They had the CD, and it was at the house, and we were at their house, and I saw it, and I saw it in the little CD case. And I went, and I put it in my pocket, got in my mama car, and we went home. And I remember playing it. I definitely remember playing it a lot. And this was actually around Christmas time because the album came out like September, and we were still in South Carolina at the time. But you know, we went to my grandma's house, and I just remember playing it, and I just remember playing like "Moving On." I just remember that song. I'm moving, like the way she came in like that. You know what I'm saying? And then "Baby," and then Best Friend, which is such a good song. Like Best Friend is so cute.
it's it's the only song that my best friend that ain't a Brandy fan will allow me to play around her. And I still don't think she really liked the song, but she tolerated because it's best friend. And I get
right.
so happy when it comes on,
Yes.
like, that's my song. Oh, that was my song back then, and that's
Yeah.
still my song. And it
Yeah.
still feels fresh to me.
Yeah. And then the little flutes in it, and you a flute girl. So that have it in it. I remember that. And it was just a fun song. And then the video with her and her brother and they dancing, and it's just fun, you know what I mean? And I love when she performing because that her little Whitney isms, you knew she came from Whitney. You know what I mean? You know she studied her. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And then Sunny Day, which is such a fun song. What's a sunny day
Without
without
you,
you? Just another 24 that passes by. Like it's fun. Like you said, don't look for this album to be a body of work. It's just a collection of good songs that's age appropriate. You know what I mean? And my favorite off of it, and a lot of people don't talk about, is As Long as You're Here. I love that song. I love that song. Shout out to Something for the People, Trina and Tamara Powell, that their brother was Jesse Powell, the one that passed. And they on backgrounds on it. And I just love that song. It's just so it just captivates you. And then the way Brandy's singing on it and just I love it. I love that song. So that's my favorite song on the album. So I play that over and over and over again.
and I feel like that song had a kind of a darker sound to it.
It
And I
did.
almost feel like that song kind of gave you a warm up of what was going to happen with Never Say Never,
I can agree to that. I
the
can agree to
darkness.
that.
Because the rest of the album is mostly bright,
Yes. Yeah. When you
except
get
for a few, it's only, the majority of it, not the whole thing, but the majority of it is very bright.
yes, even with her with Broken Hearted, it's still bright. It's though she's singing her life away on the record. You know what I'm saying? Stop out to Uncle Kipper. He did it, and it was just like she just singing for life, but it still has a lightness to it because that's why they were able to do the remix with Wanye, and the video is light and colorful. She got her little dogs in it, and in the beginning, and she's having a little picnic, and they running up to her like it's very kiddish. But you know what I'm saying? But Wanya and Brandy singing like the rent was due.
Speaking of running, Oh yeah, Wanye. No more empty conversations.
Yes.
He
And then
is.
when they do it live, he just be so extra. So extra. It's like, Wanye. Okay.
I love the parts in the. I guess it would be the bridge where they singing together at the same time. That
Hmm.
shit sounds so good.
You could tell the chemistry was there.
Oh,
Yes.
ooh.
And I think the
I wish
gym,
it was no romantic thing, so we could have got more of their voices together. 'Cause I think
uh,
their voices were very compatible.
I agree. I agree with that. I agree. And I think the gym on this album has to be always on my mind. And oh God, I'm so happy that she actually did it at the Apollo for real. And this is a Keith Crouch record. This is Keith Crouch
Yeah.
was working with everybody at this time.
And it sounds like a Keith Crouch record.
Indeed.
And that's a
And
compliment, by the way.
that part. And I think and I and I think they let her just do Whitney. Because that's all she's doing on there. All the Whitney isms is all on always on my mind. So I would recommend y'all go check that out. Because if you don't know that song, and I want y'all to check out the performance on the Apollo too, because that's what she did it.
Mhm.
And you could tell she's the nuances and she's learning her voice live and she's doing little things and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because they babies, they just going in singing what the demo and doing what they do, and maybe they telling them to ad lib here and ad lib there and do that. But you know,
Ooh.
you
You know what
what
the best part of that song is?
what.
The pre-chorus. The fucking pre-chorus. No matter how far and no matter,
I
I promise, baby, I will
promise
stay by
I'll
every
stay
step.
right by your side.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
pre-chorus. That's a nasty. That's that's how you
Hmm.
do it. Ugh,
I
that's
agree.
and it reminds me of some of the producers like that because it kind of remind me of of what Brian Alexander Morgan would do for a pre-chorus,
Yeah.
where like it's just and I
Like
mean a
he did
lot of
on.
those producers.
Yep. Yep. I agree. Like he do with I'm so into you. So fine. Blow my mind. Things you do for me. And then they go into the chorus. Like, yeah, like that them
Yeah.
90s producers knew what the fuck they was doing. Like, uh
So where you be more happy to sing that part than the actual chorus, and it'd be a good chorus, but you'd be like,
yes.
let's go back to that.
Yeah. yes. Yes. So this album they gave her a good collection of songs, and she had so
Oh
many people
yeah,
on it. Keith Crouch, Kipper Jones, something for the people. She even
with
had
Rashawn
unknown
Patterson.
love, yeah, Rasan Patterson. Well, he was known because he was on Kid Corporated, so he was known. Um, you had what's his name? Robin Thicke on there,
Yes.
unknown Robin Thicke. He did Love on My Side. She actually performed that on Regis and Kelly with Warren Campbell on keys in the background. So that's what I was saying
That's
in a
cool.
video that they've known each other for a while. You know what I'm saying? So that, she did that, and that is definitely, and she said Love on My Side kind of gave her like her greatest love of all, which I can see that. You know what I mean? That's why she can go on Regis and Kelly and perform the record. You know what I mean? Like you got that type of record because that audience ain't always on my mind. That audience ain't a best friend or baby, or even though it crossed over, but it's still not. So she had that record. So it made Brandy into a huge star. After that, she got her show Moesha. Then she did Cinderella. And then she does the Never Say Never album, which we did with our sister Chastity, which is big video for us. Like, wow. Her and Brian Morgan are actually fighting every week on who's gonna battle or who has the most views. And we talked about that album, and like Sis said, it, long as you're here kind of gave us a precursor of what we were gonna get with this Never Say Never album. And that's true. Because that album is dark. It's very dark, but Brandy's image was, hey, friendly, friendly, yes. But if you listen to this album, it's very dark. You know what I'm saying? Like she was going through a breakup with Wanye. You know what I mean? So she was definitely putting all of her emotions into it. And yeah, we really went in on that album. So y'all definitely check out that album that we did with Chassie. It was really good. Even it got a little emotional. Chassie got a little emotional on it, which is always great because we can have conversations and the music can get you into there. So it was really a good one. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so then we get to Full Moon. Now, my problem with this album to me was vocally, Brandy sounded amazing because her voice has changed, her voice changed, and it got a little huskier. It obviously had maturity to it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It really had some maturity to it. She was stacking 16 and 18 times on a song, and you know what I'm saying? So it was given that. To me, it didn't give a great body of work. And that's my problem with it. You know what I mean? So when I got it, because I'm coming off of Never Say Never and I'm loving that album. And I'm as a fan, I had my mom and dad take me to 3 stores to go get this album. My mom was about pissed because she said this third store, if they ain't got it, you out of like you done. And I finally got it. And being a fan, I'm listening to it and I'm like, yeah, I'm hyped to listen. But then after a while, it started getting going down for me. I was like, I'm not, something is off. Something is off to me. You know what I mean? And it was just, and I know everybody kind of be like, this is when she becomes the vocal Bible, and this is this and this. But y'all talk about it vocally. We're not talking about the songs. You know what I mean? Like the body of work. You're coming off a great album like Never Say Never. We should expect that with this. And don't get me wrong, I have some songs that I love on it. Like I love Anybody, that was telling her real truth right there. Anybody, you know what I mean? That
That's a
one,
good one.
yeah. I like What About Us as a single. It was fresh. It was a fresh sound for her. I was like, all right, cool, I'm with it. And then I love Wow. You didn't like What About Us? Oh, you didn't.
You know why?
Okay. Why?
The reason, the reason is that the one. What about?
Yep.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm just making sure. It's so loud.
That's it. I mean, the production is loud. It
Yeah,
is.
I didn't. When that song was out, I did not like that song.
Oh wow.
I like the title track a whole
Oh,
lot.
everybody loves Full Moon.
I
If you don't like Full Moon, something is wrong.
91,
Since
yeah,
you
when
walk
in
up in
the
the
club,
club,
I'm
I'll be
giving you
giving you the
that.
high.
Get it poppin' if you like.
We can dance if you want. Must be a full moon. Feel like one of those. Yes, it's one of
Stop
those.
those nice, nice, nice.
Yes, yeah, that's how it ends. Yeah, yeah.
I always, I
That's
have, yeah, I have a bunch of the Full Men single, a bunch of the vinyl, because there
uh
was a lot of mixes, and I found a thing, and it had all the mixes, so it's like 6 different records.
oh oh
And so I have
wow.
some of them are hanging on my wall because they're like club mixes, and that's just not my thing. But
Right,
I think it's cool to have it. I just found it randomly for $1, you know. So, but
right. Yeah. So like I was saying, it was just to me, and hey, you can love it. That's fine. I wasn't just a big fan of it. I've got it. You know what I mean? I support. I'm a fan. So I definitely support it. But I wanted, it was after a while, I wasn't listening to it like I was with Never Say Never, even the debut. It was like, okay, I really don't, okay. I put it in. I'm like, all right, but I love a part by Kenneth.
I was just, yeah.
Yes.
I never knew. I do like
Yes.
I like that song the first time I heard it. It's just so weird and like the production is so weird and it sounds so cool to me and it still
Yep.
holds up for me.
Yep. And my mother was
That-
like that too when we were playing it because my mother was trying to get through it too. And she was like, I'm not, mm-mm. Like, she was like, I'm thinking by the time, because my mother loved Angel in Disguise, and she loved Almost Doesn't Count. And I talked about that in the video. So she's like, okay, I'm waiting to get to a song that I like. And she said Full Moon was cool. But then she was getting and it was going to the next and the next. And I'm seeing my mother like,
Yeah.
and then we get to a part. I never do. She was like, I like this. She was like, I like this. I was like, yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I like this.
And
It's my favorite song on the album.
I think what hurts this album for me is
Mm,
it's a yo-yo because I really like a song, and then the next song I'm like, oh, this loud, weird production. But then the next song I like, and then the
right.
next song is some loud, weird production.
That's what it
Because right after
does.
a part, you get Can We, and it comes with this space.
Can we? Yeah, 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 yep. Right, right. Then you go, what
But
about us? So you
so it
like,
goes, yeah, it goes up and down. So I'll start feeling it, and then the next song take me out, and then it should bring me back
mm,
in, and then it take
yeah,
me out, and then it should
yeah,
take me out like two in a row. But then we'll come back with the banger, and I'm like, okay, I'm back, I'm back, I'm back,
right,
and I'm like,
right.
I never knew.
It's another thing that pleases you,
That feels
so
good, right?
baby, we are better off. Like Kid of Crouch gave her a banger from the debut. You know what I'm saying? So again, we're getting that feeling of the debut, something familiar. Don't get me wrong, you can have this new sound. Well, it wasn't new by the time we got the Full Moon because everybody had it.
Yeah, everybody copied, everybody swagger jack, you know.
So it felt like she was copying. You know what I mean? Like it felt that way because all the artists that were bigger than her was using the style that her and Rodney came up with Never Say Never. And it sucks because you got Whitney, Michael, Tony, like these are three heavyweights. Then you're working with her quote unquote rival. You got Monica. She got some of it. Like it's just so you find the time we got the Full Moon. It was like, okay, cool. But it was just like, okay, maybe it's time for you and Rodney to create something different. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? So that's why she goes to Timberland or Aphrodisiac, which is a coming episode that you guys will see. And it's really a good episode. It really, really is good. And it's a great conversation because you got three different opinions on the album. It's
Yeah.
like you got somebody that love it, that loves it. It's like, you got somebody that really love it, and then you got somebody that really don't really like it. So
Can y'all
it's
guess who Elise? Which one Elise?
which one is Elisa's? So it's
And you
really a
just
good
heard me say I
combo,
didn't like
though.
loud ass production, so I had to kind of tell you.
Yeah, right.
That's all we're gonna
So
give you though. I don't
yeah,
hate it. I don't hate it.
no, yeah, yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
don't love
No,
it though. Don't
nobody
love it.
doesn't hate it. No, there was not a hate. It
Mm.
was just
I'm middle
it
with it.
was three great opinions, but then she goes through the controversy of that, which caused a lot of things with that album too, because this is 2004, and you like, okay, Beyonce's kicking ass from 2003. She's coming over to 2004 kicking ass. Alicia Keys just came out with the diary. So
She
she
kicking
coming
ass.
in kicking ass, and that's at the end of 2003. So then you got
Mhm.
Usher that comes with Confessions in March of
And whoop
2004,
everybody ass.
kicking everybody ass. You
Still
know
it
what I
is.
mean? So it was
Oh,
like,
for that one album, yeah.
yes, that part. We did that album too.
Diamond.
Right. So you think if Brandy's coming out, it's like, okay, what flavor she gonna give us? Oh, it's cool. You know what I'm saying for me, but a lot of the controversy and all of that kind of really affected the album in so many ways, and it was just like, damn, because it was supposed to be a Usher and Brandy tour, and then that kind of went south. You know what I mean? After the album didn't do what it was supposed to. Because if it did, it could have been Aphrodisia and Confessions, two personal albums. That could have been a crazy ass show. You know what I mean? and then Usher being on the remix of Who She to You, it would have just worked, but unfortunately it didn't, and it kind of
Mhm.
messed everything up. But um, then Brandy went through what happened.
Oh, nothing. And I was gonna be funny. And then we got the best of Brandy. That was 2005. We you
I
know
mean,
what?
it's the
We
truth,
never talk about these best ofs.
and
And
we don't
so
because they got some gems on the motherfuckers too.
sometimes
Oh,
facts. No, 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 that wasn't even shade. No, 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 that wasn't even
well, you know
shade.
I'm gonna find the shade in anything.
So, JR,
Yes,
without looking,
yes.
I'm gonna see if you could tell me what 10 of the 18 songs that are on the
The best
best of
of.
Brandy. Just there's 18 on it, but
Okay,
you give me 10.
okay. I want to be down. Baby, Best Friend, Broken Hearted, for sure. The remix of it all. They ain't gonna put the original version. The Boy
Yep.
Is Mine, Almost Doesn't Count. Have You Ever? Top of the World. What About Us? Full Moon.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you got 10. Let's see if you might could get the rest. Uh
Okay, Angel in Disguise.
huh.
Ooh, okay, I'm pushing now. Wait a minute. This is 2005. Okay, so Atlantic no because Brandy about to leave because she definitely wants to get off the album. So I'm gonna say Talk About Love.
Uh huh.
Who's she to
Talk about
you?
our love.
Talk About Our Love. I'm sorry. Who's she to you?
Yes.
Sitting up in my room. How can I forget about that?
Yes.
I did that,
Yes.
that. And God, you got me thinking here, sis. Hold up. I'm gonna say this the last one I could think of. I Want to Be Down remix.
Uh huh.
That's all I
Yeah.
know. I don't got
Okay.
nothing else. I don't
No,
got
you
nothing else.
shouldn't have got the rest of them.
Oh,
Um,
oh shit.
Another Day in Paradise with Ray J.
Oh Lord, with her and Ray J, yeah.
And then they put a Boy Is Mine remix with Shanta.
Oh. That's the
And
same girl that on You Don't Know Me, right? The You Don't Know
e-
Me remix.
yes,
Okay.
that's that's the other one.
Oh, they put the You Don't Know Me remix on there?
Hmm.
That is a mess. Well, no, because the Brad is on it, right?
Yeah, it's the Shanta and the Brat.
Okay, maybe that's why they threw it on there. It was a single though, and she got a video for it and all that. So maybe that's
Yeah.
why.
So that's yeah. So that's everything that's on.
Was it? Because I know I could have sworn they had Rock With You on there with her and Heavy D. It's
Uh,
not on there?
uh,
Okay. Yeah.
no, but you got them
Yeah. You
except for that
said the
Ray
ones
J
that I
thing.
should have got.
Oh yeah, you did it. I know you would do great.
Yes.
That's why I got you to do it. Yeah. What Keith tell me, I'm not gonna let you fail.
Right, right. Right.
Never.
Never. Okay, so yeah, so we got that album, and then she leaves Atlantic because that was
Uh huh.
just for her to do an album to leave Atlantic. And then she started getting into these songs. She started doing a lot of these unreleased records like Sweet Nothings and Follow Me and all of these stuff and Stupid in Love and all of the decisions, all this stuff with Neo. But then she gets into the car accident, unfortunately. And that kind of switches everything. And then she signs with Epic because she does Right Here, the first single from Human. And I love it. I love this album. I talk about this album so much. It's my second favorite Brandy album. I think me and
Like
Mike is
two
the
other people in the whole
yeah,
world.
yeah, that really adores this album. Brandy's starting to like it now because her daughter went through something and was listening to it because she was like hell with this album for real. That's what really caused the rift between her and Rodney. But in my opinion, I think her and Rodney should have stopped at Full Moon, and that should have been it with them. That was when their chemistry stopped. Like when Michael and Quincy stopped at Bad, Quincy was like, "You need to go over to Teddy. Enough." You know what I mean? It's like we did what we supposed to do.
Yeah.
I ain't no, it's no more. Like you know when go out when you're on top to me. And I
Yeah.
think with human, you could kind of see the the chemistry wasn't there, but it was in some songs. Cause right here, Departed sounds like a Rodney and Brandy record. And he said when he talked to his wife and his wife heard it, they was like, this is Brandy. And that's kind of got them back on. And Brandy kind of left everybody else and was like, all right, I'm rocking with Rodney this time. And I love it. And this is an album that really saved my life in 2008. And that's why I love it so much. And when it hurts when you hear the artists that put their album out say that they hate it and they're not a big fan of it and F this album and all that, because it's like you don't know what albums meant to somebody else. It might have not did what you wanted. It might have not sold what you wanted. It might have not been a good experience, but you got songs on this album that really help people, like Camouflage. That's one of my favorite songs from her. Shout out to Claude Kelly that actually wrote it. And I always, when I listen to it, I always tell him, yo, thank you for giving Brandy this record. You know what I mean? Piano Man, another favorite of mine. Warm It Up with Love is another favorite. Torn Down, I love when she was on the Human Tour, she did that. Um, First in Love with her and what's his name that did the record with Nas? Hit Boy. Hit
Oh,
Boy
hip hop.
did First in Love. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Acapella, Something's Missing. That's another. Like this album is okay to me, and you can feel Brandy's pain in it. You can feel a sorrow in it. You can feel a lot in it, but it didn't do what she wanted. And I also understand because she wanted, and Elise has said this about Brandy. When Brandy is in her R&B bag, she shines. With this album, they wanted her to go pop. And
Oh
that's
yeah.
what, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. This album, it the production sounds what they was giving the white folk. The
Mm,
R&B light, it sounded like what they was giving those, like, all those 2000 girlies, white
like,
girlies.
mm-hmm,
In the 2000 kind of white girly groups. Like that's what the production. So that's why I kind of stayed away from this album,
mm-hmm,
because I mean sonically it don't really do nothing for me as far as the production.
mm-hmm.
But after knowing your story and going back and looking at the lyrics
Yeah.
and listening to her voice, quite
Oh,
frankly,
God, her voice
I
is
have a
amazing.
different appreciation, because I remember when I first heard, I'm like, camouflage. I'm like, that sound like it's about to be a, who's one of them girlies from back then? Like a,
2008, like a Natasha Bedingfield,
yeah, like, yeah.
and Natasha wrote Fall, so it makes sense. It's like you
It
knew what
sounded
you were
like one
talking
of
about.
those girls' albums.
Mm-hmm,
But when I listened to it and then I like looked and will listen to the lyrics of Camouflage, it hit different. And then that production didn't bother me as much. It still bothers me, but
mm-hmm.
I can appreciate it because I know what that song meant to you.
Right, just like your
Um,
friend with Best Friend. She likes it because of the words and you get it because you know my story obviously. So I mean it's like that and then it, yeah, so it, I get it, so
yeah,
I get why people don't like it. I do, I
yeah,
understand it. And
the
I understand
production.
why Brandy feels like she was like Rodney didn't put his all into it because like you
Mhm.
said they were trying to pop her. And I'm like, by this time, Brandy has really influenced a generation, really. So why are you trying to put her with these
The
pop
follow.
girls? No,
She was a
let Brandy
leader,
be. Yes.
and now you're making her a follower of other
Mm-hmm.
people's sounds.
Yes. And
Yeah,
that's why she
but
she really like be like, oh God. She was like, F that album. Like for real. Like she was bad with it. And I understand it hurts, but I love the album though. It's my second favorite Brandy album, honestly.
Mhm. And can you imagine what it would have been if those, like, keep all the melodies, keep the bridges, like, don't change anything,
Right.
but on some with some real instruments on that shit, like for real, and
Mm-hmm.
not all that kind of manufactured kind of sound, like just a
Programming,
natural,
yeah.
yeah, programming. And you got some programmer, but give me like a real guitar or something somewhere because it's just yeah, it's the production that's flat because the melodies are good. I think the hooks are good.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the lyrics are really profound and deep, which is why it's such a big impact on you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It had a lot of potential
It did.
to be like a over the top amazing album. Like,
Mm-hmm. It's just
and I
I think
wanted that for her so bad.
me too. Me too. I wanted her to have that. I'm back and I'm killing it. You know what I mean? Like I'm
Mhm.
back because yeah, I went through my shit because she couldn't really promote Full Moon like she wanted to. So it just went platinum, which is not bad. You know what I mean? But for her coming off an album that damn near sold 16 million and you do a platinum album, of course now it's looking like, uh-oh. And then you got all these new girls coming in, you know what I mean? And it's like, I wanted her to get that, really wanted that with Aphrodisiac, but I wanted it to be with Human after what you saw, what she went through. It was like, oh,
Mhm.
okay, great. And like you said, I guess everybody with the production was kind of flat. So, but she still got right here where she performs. You know what I mean? I know she probably will still perform that record because it peaked at like 19 on the Hot 100, so she still got a hit from it. So that was good. But after that album, she left Epic, and after that, where did she go? Then she started doing the reality show.
Yeah, you don't love the family business.
The only thing I like on that shit is like Family was cute because that was the intro to the
Yeah, that
to the
was cute.
yeah, that
That
was
was cute.
cute. And I Don't Care without Ray J is one of the is one of the unreleased joints that is out there online that y'all definitely catch out. Like Brandy got a lot of unreleased joints that should have made like albums. Like going back to the Human, she did an unreleased of the Human. You got Drumline on there. You got motherfucking oh my God, what else? After the Flood, Freedom, all of these songs, and I was like, oh, and it got the thickness that everybody likes. You know what I'm saying? So G go with that. So when they did this, I was like, okay. I was like, all right, y'all just did this for the show, whatever. You know what I mean? I'm
Mhm.
like, whatever. I'm good
Cause
with
I'm
it.
cause I'm random. How about in my records? The it's so hilarious. In the alphabetical order of the records that I own, it's about 1,000 records.
Uh,
What do you what do you think is the record that's right before the Brandy?
for Brandy, it clearly starts with it. Ah! How cute. So in sync.
That's funny to me.
Yes. Oh man. So
Hmm.
so then we go to 211. She signs with RCA. She goes with 211. She puts out in May, I think May. I'm gonna put it down. Comes out. Put it down. Obviously, Chris Brown is on it. You got everybody on a buzz. Everybody's like, ooh, boom, boom, boom. When is this album coming out? You know, and oh, back up. She lost her idol. She lost Whitney in 2012 on her birthday. That
Oh,
has to be the worst. So her birthday always is going to be bittersweet to her. You know what
yeah.
I mean? Like your idol that you sing because of this woman passed. So that's heavy. So it took a minute, and probably maybe the album might have should have made it came out in May. Who knows? And that probably was just completely stripped because she had to get it together. Like that,
Yeah. You will
everybody
be able to
knows Brandy Norwood loves Whitney Houston.
yeah.
You know what I
You'll be able to
mean?
get out and promote and do all that stuff. And you're in that deep of grief and you want me to go and do the thing that to go sing and all that and the person that even made it possible and invited me into their life, and you know,
Yeah, made me
that
the
would be rough
first.
for anyone. I don't care how much,
Yes,
you know. Yeah,
I
that sucks.
and yes, and every time I try to think about when Brandy first met Whitney, that extra when she saw her at the Kids Choice Awards, and Whitney kind of came up there, and Brandy just ran away, yo, like ran, and her mother had to go get her, and Brandy like, why? I mean, Whitney like, why are you running? And she was like, and then Whitney is so hood. She like, girl, you better come in with your little pretty self. Like, stop all of that foolishness. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was so. But what I loved in that video is Whitney is a real one. Because after all of that other stuff, Whitney asked her. She looked at her. She said, "How you handling it all?" Like that was like, how are you handling this? Because I know I've been where you've been. I know what you're dealing with right now. And you're
Hmm.
younger than I was. So could you imagine? So she said, I think that's the best part of the video, how you handling it all. Whitney was real for that for me. So for her to lose her idol like that, that was kind of hard. You know what I mean? So then I guess the album, she still called the album 211, even though it came out in 212. You know what I mean? But she couldn't really promote the shit, you know what I mean? But she comes out with Put It Down, like I said. I remember the internet being on fire with it. Everybody was talking about it. I think Hot 97 actually premiered it. And I was like, okay, Brandy rocking with Chris Brown. He's hot. You know what I'm saying right now? Cool. It makes sense. Get an audience, whatever, whatever. But this is March, right? I mean, this is May. So I'm like, so months go by and months go by and months go by. And it's like, okay, when is the album coming? And it's like, now we're in the summer and we still hear Put It Down. We don't hear nothing. It's like, then the end of the summer, we get Wildest Dreams, which is a dope ass record. That is a dope ass record. That's who did that? Sean Garrett did that.
Okay.
Never, never, like that shit is so R&B-ish, yo. You know what I mean? And then the video, she takes it back to the baby and best friend is very nostalgic. You know what I mean? And you get into that, and then it's like, but where is the album? Like, this is August, and we still don't have an album out. Like, so finally, she comes out with the album in October. So you know by now the buzz is really kind of because when you brought out Put It Down, that's when she should have released the single, right? But a lot of people love this album. To me, this is Brandy trying to be young to me.
Hmm.
And a lot of these songs didn't curl Luther curl over for me. It didn't. Like, I love Wildest Dreams. She had Bangladesh on there. She had these young producers, Mike Will, you know, Danger. Well, she worked with Danger before, but she had Mike City on there. But she had a lot of young
Hmm.
producers that went into it to me like they were fans rather than coming in connecting with her as an artist. And I think the only ones that really did that, to be honest with you, is Sean Garrett with Wildest Dreams. Um, what's his name? Samuels. God, Harmony Samuels with Without You, which is an R&B record. She performed that on BET Honors, and she killed it. You know what I mean? Very R&B ish. Um, I even actually liked the song with Mike Will with "Do You Know What You Have," and Sean Garrett wrote that record. Scared or Beautiful. Shout out to Frank Ocean, who needs to just stay a writer. I mean, he wrote Freedom for Brandy on during the Human era, but Scared of Beautiful words are amazing. It gave you human vibes that could have been on Human, to be honest. But Frank Ocean is an amazing songwriter, and we're gonna leave it at that. Wish You Luck.
Sometimes I just let JR keep going because
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
amused.
yeah.
I'm amused. I'm having fun. This is a good. This is a great show that I'm watching. I'm
Oh,
watching
I
this.
did. And
Yeah,
then
it's a
Wish You
great show
Love
you got here,
Away.
JR.
Yeah, thank you. So then another real favorite of mine on this is Wish Your Love Away. And this is Mario Winans. Piano is crazy. TC Mac, TC, he's worked with everybody and all that kind of stuff. He's also was inspired by Brandy too. So him to work with her, that was amazing. Um, and music with Mike City. She got back
Mhm.
with him after Full Moon, which I thought was a great song. But out of 17 songs on it, I only like six. So to me, it was like, okay, all right. And then Brandy even did an interview. She was just like, some of these songs I didn't love. No kidding. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we can see that. We know what this was for. You're connecting to the young. It's like, all right, I get it. You know what I mean? So then after 211, what happened after that? What happened with Brandy after 211? She she started acting. She went into the acting world. She did the game and she was like, forget this
Yeah.
singing mess. I'm gonna sing, but she just was like, I'm done. You know what I mean? And what did she do? Then after that, she did Broadway. She did Broadway. Yes, God. Went and was Roxy Hart and ate. She was eating on Broadway. She killed Roxy Hart, man. Um,
My favorite musical.
oh,
Like, my favorite musical that's not The Wiz.
oh, gotcha. And she killed that. And then after that, Brandy was just touring a lot. I see her on just tours. She would tour a lot and be on different festivals and all this kind of stuff. And then she gave us Begging and Pleading, which I love that song. Um, then we were seeing that she was working with B Camper. She was working with him. And it was like, oh, we getting a new album. And we got B7, which we talked about with Darian Brockington, who is a fave. And,
Hey, best friend.
and yes, hey best friend. And and we talked about this album. We get in depth. It went so long, at least had to cut it. It's a two
It's two
episode.
parts. Yeah.
Yes, we had to have a part two. That's how good it was. Because it inspired him to get back into the game again. You know what I mean? For him to start singing again. And this album to me, at first, I did not like it. I did not.
Mhm.
I was not here for B7 at all because I'm saying this and I still agree with it now. Brandy, as a songwriter, I'm not big on her songwriting to me. I think she's better with somebody sitting by her and she's telling you her story and you can write it like that. That's what LaShawn was there for. That's what Candace Nelson was there for. Kyla Pratt, Kanisha Pratt, RIP to her. This is what you know what I mean. And then Bruno Mars did Long Distance and Brian Kennedy and all of them. You could sit with her, but this was from her. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
She's writing this stuff.
But you know what? You're not the only one to say that, but I don't agree.
Mm-hmm.
I like her
Okay.
writing. Well,
Okay.
I like it. Yeah, that was
But yeah. I mean, yeah, because I can't say that because again, she wrote the bridge on Tomorrow, and that's my favorite and my second favorite song on Never Say Never. She wrote the bridge. You know what I mean? So, but for me, I just think she's better with somebody telling a story. But with this, it came from her. This was her, and I remember you telling me, Jr. Don't go into it like Never Say Never. Don't go into it like Human. Don't go into it like that. And once I did, it was like, ah.
because, and I told you that because that's what I had to do. I couldn't
Mm-hmm.
go into it with an expectation.
Mm-hmm.
I had to go in it like that, and then I started listening and really letting those lyrics sink in. And a lot of the songs, she like telling my story, and it's
Yeah.
just yeah. Because if you go watch that episode, man, like. Lucid dreams, man. Unconditional ocean.
Ooh,
Say something. Say something. Something to believe.
Viva
That's
again.
a,
Yes, borderline.
take a look. So how did the part go? We do
Um,
again. When I kept doing
say
like that.
something.
Yeah,
Say
but it's like,
something.
take a look. Take a look. I can't think of the lyrics off the top of my
Oh
head.
yeah.
It's like, get mad. Like,
Now that take it back. No, we thinking of. Yeah, yeah.
no, this is say
Mm,
something. Something to the
believe again. Yeah. Damn.
like those songs,
Yeah.
like uh and your song that you love, Borderline, same
I
thing.
love
Like,
borderline. I'm on that borderline. Yeah, she
oh, rather be
rather be. Shout out to Victoria Monet because she co-wrote that. But rather be. When I heard rather be,
baby. Mm-mm. And this is the first time that that Brady wasn't in her like deep R&B bag, but it connected to me. That's not
mm-hmm,
just standard R&B production,
no.
but it works for me for those songs.
Be careful, bless Brandy on this album. They like he said on the he did like a post and he said it was blood, sweat, and tears to get this album out. And you can see that because Brandy put her all into
You
this.
can feel it.
You
You can
can
feel
really
it.
feel it. You can feel that. Even though baby mama.
No, Baby Mama High Heels, they can throw them in the trash. High Heels, that's Chastity's favorite song.
Ooh, that's what you call a daughter on. That's her daughter on it. But
I don't like it.
yeah, I
And
don't
I
like baby
like that
mama
her
either.
daughter was on it.
But I get it. Why they released Baby Mama, I'm not a fan of it, but I get it. It's like you had Chance the Rapper on it. He's the hot guy. Boom. You know what I mean? But she really couldn't do nothing during this time because it was COVID. So everything had to be on Zoom. So she really couldn't promote this album like she wanted to because everything got shut down. Everything. So the only thing we got was like her performing on the Dick Clark New Year's Eve. She performed at the Soul Train when she got her award. It was like we couldn't get even a big tour for this. We couldn't.
Mhm.
But as her as a body of work, I think it's great. I think she put her heart and soul into it, and you kind of felt Brandy's
Yeah.
soul on it. So, that's why, at first I wasn't, but then it's like, I get it. I get it. Brandy was like,
Mhm.
no, I'm going to write these joints. I'm going to do this. And, she looked like her idol on the cover. That's Whitney
Mhm.
on I Have Nothing. You know what I mean? So,
Like, bye bipolar. I was just like, you
oh,
keep
bye bipolar.
what are you
Woo!
thinking in my window, honey girl? But then I have to remember, we the same exact age.
Yes,
So
yes,
now that she's writing for her perspective, I can relate to it because well, duh, our lives are vastly different, but people are more the same than they are different.
facts, facts,
So I
facts.
was like, that tapped into some things I was feeling, experiences I had. So this
Right.
album is very special to me. And that's
Yeah.
why my Brandy top three, because that's what we're gonna say, is this is not any order, but it's Never
Yeah.
Say Never, the debut, and
Mm.
B7. Those are my records.
That's your three.
Yeah.
Mine is Never Say Never, Human, and Aphrodisiac. Those are my three right there. So, and y'all see why when y'all get to the video for Aphrodisiac, y'all will see why it's favorite and what happened and all that good stuff. So yeah, and then after that, Brandy gave us a Christmas album, which I liked. Um,
I ain't
and I
listened
know
to it because I
Elise,
don't give no fuck about no Christmas album from
yeah,
nobody.
you don't.
So
Um,
that's not personal. I haven't listened to one song except it's one song that kept coming up on the internet. So I heard
I
that
like
one.
Shine Out Your Light. I love that record.
Mm,
It's the same dude that did Necessary on Aphrodisiac.
Okay.
So I think you would like it.
Okay. It does her Christmas sound album sound Christmassy? Somebody new would think this is a crazy question, but if you knew me and how I am about Christmas music, this makes sense. This question makes a lot of sense. So just roll with us. Roll with us. Is it very
Cause you
Christmassy?
but you're consistent with yours. There's some songs you're gonna get because she does Someday at Christmas. She does Have Yourself a Merry Christmas, Santa Baby,
Oh,
Christmas Gift,
no,
Jingle Bells, Deck the
no,
Halls.
no.
Yeah. Like
I need
Christmas Every Day.
no.
Yeah, so this would not be an album for you. Like you're just not a Christmas head, and it gives you that it's
Mm-mm.
Christmas with Brandy. So yeah,
Mm.
so but then now we haven't really gotten anything from Brandy, and she said, "Forget that, I'm going on tour." So her
Yeah.
and Monica decided to do a tour together, which finally, because I know them too, and we all was getting sick of the damn comparisons for real because they're nowhere near each other. They just the same age and got the same audience, but they are completely different. You know what I mean? Like we just said, Brandy's album is very fun and very yay, her debut. And Monica sounds like a grown woman that was sad and her man left her and all of this. And they came out different. And once they did The Boy Is Mine, it pit them against each other. And it's been like that their whole career. And I think
So
I'm glad
fair.
that they didn't do it in 99 because I don't think it would have been bad. And I think they're grown women now. You know what I mean? They're grown women now, and
Their
nobody can,
mothers, you know.
yeah, like they're whole different. And now they can come in, and the fans is what also makes shit on social media too. It's like, oh, my fave is the best, and my fave is the best, and da da da, which causes.
Yeah. And then I walk in the room, I'm like, oh, I like both of them heifers. How about that?
I do
Love them.
too. I do. You had to be there and see at least you're their age. So you can connect to both. You know what I'm saying?
I
Brandy was
did.
you
I,
could
I did
yes.
I didn't like one more than the other. It was apples and oranges to me.
Yep.
The
Yep. And
music
then
is so different. Through
yep,
their whole career, the
their
music
whole
is
career
different.
different. I mean, the only album that
Well,
I could say that they tried to mainstream Monica is with The Boy Is
the
Mine.
boy is mine
Yes.
with
They
one
tried to with Angel of Mine and
first night.
First Night and Street Symphony, which I love
Yeah,
that record.
I like Street.
But they
That's a good song.
they tried to mainstream Monica, and Monica is not that girl. You know what I mean? You can't mainstream her. You know what I'm saying? Like
You let her do
that
her
was
thing.
that was never her image to begin with. So you can't
Never.
switch it up. That's why I always had a problem with it. Like Monica comes out with her debut that is so damn grown, but then her first single is "Don't Get Down on the First Night." Monica was already doing that on her debut. That already done come and gone by then. So that's her first single. I was like, okay, I see what they're doing. You know what I mean? I see what they are trying to do. And Brandy
And
album
her
just came out. And
dancing and
yeah, like, and her album came out. Brandy's came out in June, and then Monica comes out the next month. Like, you knew what was going down. Like you saw it. And shit, Monica don't even really bless that album, to be honest with you. She go from her debut to After the Storm. She don't even acknowledge because she knows what that album was meant to do. You know what I mean? Like it was like, all right, I'm gonna do this for y'all. Even though, I worked with Diane Warren and Dave Foster with the Space Jam soundtrack. See, it was like they had a battle. Like Brandy had freaking sitting up in my room on Wait to Exhale. Yeah, Monaco the next year on Space Jam for You I Will. It was
I
like,
I love that song.
I love For You I Will, though. That is a Diane Warren, David Foster song that I actually do like.
Yeah, I do. She
I do like that.
because she didn't hold back her power on it. She
And she
sang
was sick.
it.
It's,
It still, yeah, it still sound like a Monica song.
uh-huh.
Like it still
Yeah.
got that cheesy, but she sing. She makes that record. It's that
Yes.
is all Monica that makes that record. She sounds
Agreed.
amazing.
Because it's
Oh,
the
she
difference
sounded so
between
good.
For You I Will and then listen to Inside on Boy Is Mine. Inside, it's like, okay, this is a David Foster joint that they had to throw on her album. That's what it felt like. You know what I mean? But For You I Will, like you said, it sounds like Monica. You know what I'm saying? It sounds like her. So for
Mhm,
them to go on this tour, I think it's brilliant. I think,
mhm.
all the fans that, if the nostalgia of it all, because they got hits. They got hits. You know what I
Dang,
mean? For days.
they have a crazy amount of hits.
Yes, they do. One don't got more than the other. They all got hits. And I want them, you know what I want them to do on this tour too? I
Mm,
definitely would want them to kind of celebrate Aaliyah too, because it was them three.
yep,
Though it
yep.
was them three. It was Aaliyah, Brandy, and Monica. It was them. And like Brandy said on Should I Go? It was more like a different world. It was just me, Monica, and Baby Girl. Like that was it. We were the three girls. You know what I mean? So hopefully they kind of celebrate that, because you're really going to the tour really for nostalgia. Like you
Yeah,
are. You want to do
yeah,
this. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? You want to do that. You want Monica to kick down your door to smack your chick. Like you want that. You know what I'm saying? Like you want her to sing just one of them things. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like you want to get into that. Like, ooh, this is where I was in '95. This is where I was when Brandy released Best Friend. And you know what I'm saying? And obviously, when they do The Boy's Mind, they're gonna do that together. You know what I mean? It all belongs to me. I mean, yeah. But I mean, at the end of the day, they have a tour, and I'm excited for all the big fans. You know what I mean? I know Chastity's going. You know she's gonna be there.
that would be the show to where I would, right when I feel they about to start Boys Mine, I'll just politely see my way to the exit. I don't like that song.
Oh yes, you let the world know that in the episode.
And I will tell anyone who will listen. I didn't like it then, but I said it was just a song.
But why you don't like it?
I don't hear nobody talking about fighting over no fucking man. Never. Keep it. No. No. Fight over something better. Fight
Maybe
over
they
a
can.
blouse or the last piece of cake. Fight over that shit. I like
Not a
cake.
piece of cake.
I might fight you about it. I fight you over a seafood boil. Fight about some shit that matter. I know fucking man. You know how many men there are? There's so many
Even
of y'all.
even though there was never no boy. Like Monica said, there was never a boy. Never. He was like, we don't even got the same type in men. Like, y'all took it and ran with this shit. Like, we all know who Brandy was talking about, and we know who she was talking to.
Not yours, but
Not
mine.
mine, not
Mm.
yours, but mine, not
You know
yours.
what? It makes sense because it. I despise it like another song. The girl is mine. Fuck that song.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that record either. It's so dry. Hey, Paul, I want to tell you, I'm a lover, not a fighter. Like, like, please, like, what the heck? But yeah, but I'm just happy that the fans are getting this. They've been arguing on social media since 1998. Social media wasn't even out then. And they've been arguing and arguing and arguing. And finally, y'all are getting the tour that you want. Both of them are gonna be there. I don't know what
Mhm.
Monica calls her fans. What she call her fans? The Doves. And I think Brandy calls her fans the Stars. So it's the Stars and the Doves all together in perfect harmony. Great. y'all can all jam and party and all of that at the tour. You know what I mean? And have a good old time with it. You know what I mean? But I mean, what can you say about Brandy? Brandy has really influenced so many of these new girls. I wish they just, but I just say that she's influenced so many. Yeah, she influenced so many, and you just got to give the girl her stripes for what it is. She came and did what she did in this industry, and she definitely gets respect. And I'm happy to see her out there on tour, and for her and Monica to do that, and they've been in it for so long, and just to see where they are now, two beautiful women. You know what I mean? And out here doing it. So I'm a fan of both. I am more of a Brandy fan, yes, but I fucks with Monica too. You know what I mean? I can have some wine with Monica, with Brandy, and I can have some Hennessy with Monica. We good to go. It works for me because I drink both. So it works. You know what I'm saying? Like, it works for me. So I love both of them. But, you know, and Brandy
Oh,
probably
you
fuck
cracking
around
me
and
up.
look at me like, nigga, I drink Hennessy. So what's up? Oh, okay. But yeah, so yeah.
Yeah. But
Mm,
yeah, so y'all make sure to check out. We're talking about Aphrodisiac with Edward
mhm.
Bowser. And
Yes.
go back and check out. We did, like Jared mentioned before, we did Never Say Never with Chastity.
Hmm.
And we did B7 with Darian Brockington, which are all
Hmm.
episodes in this new one that I really like, that are really good, that
Yes.
really get not just to the meat of the albums, but of of us. You
Yes.
learn a lot about us. I learned a lot
Yes.
about Darian. I learned a lot about Chastity. I learned about
Yes.
Ed. Like
Yes.
so
We did. We
that's
absolutely
really
did.
yeah, so that's beautiful. And so we hope y'all check it out, see the
Yes.
things we share, get to know us a little better, get to know our
Mhm.
guests a little bit better.
Yes.
Um,
Agreed.
yeah. So we
Hmm.
appreciate you cousins for checking us out. Tell a friend, tell an
Yes.
enemy, tell a random
Yes.
stranger long as you tell somebody about
Yes.
us. And
Yes.
we will catch you on the next Catch That. Peace. I love doing the show with my best friend, my other best friend.
Hey!